Hello Pisces, welcome to the channel, and this is going to be your weekly tarot reading April 2nd to April 8th, 2018. 4-card spread, guys. The first card it is showing up the topic of the week, that is going to be the Ten of Swords. The second card it is showing up the core of the situation, that will be the Page of Cups. The third card it is expressing up the challenges that you need to overcome, that will be the the Nine of Swords, excuse me. And the last one is the guidance here, this is going to be the Three of Wands. So despite that we do have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, this is rather a positive reading, guys, and I am so thrilled that these cards are falling into these positions, because for a change here, very rare occasions, it is when one can truly benefit so much from those kind of unpleasant cards. So what happens for this week is the core of the situation. This is the most important card here, and this is reassessing your current position, either into your career and either into your relationship, realizing, guys, that you have to do something about it. You need to do something to evaluate yourself and to change your position for something better, but being milder about it. I mean trying to be to touch gently will not give you the means necessary in order to do so. So what happens here is that you are how can I put it in words? You are admitting in front of yourself that enough is enough bullshit, enough scampering around, and enough delaying and denying, and enough postponing. I mean, I want this and I want it right now in this very moment, and I need to do whatever it is needed to be done in order to get it. And this is what happens here, a forcing of a new era. And yes, that is a forcing of a new era instead of waiting it out to happen, because you are realizing that you basically deserve much more. And it's not just deserving, but it's just the bigger picture that you are going to find out for yourself and you're going to uncover for yourself will show you that you are in a such disadvantageable position right now. And it's not even a disadvantage, but let's give you an example of it. Let's say that you are realizing that you could be how can I put it, that you could be a leader, but in the same time you are smothered beneath the toll, and someone else who doesn't have the qualification, or he doesn't have the business sense for it, is the leader. So instead of waiting for you to be spotted, out of nowhere, you are doing something about it. Now, why we do have the Nine of Swords here, guys, it is because your actions will have a great consequences, okay? And great consequences in a sense of that you have to take a responsibility, or the responsibility you will take with your actions, it is quite severe. Very important here to be said is not to worry for a petite things in your life. Stop worrying about the consequences of untaken actions, but instead of that, guys, worry for those actions that you are taking right now. What I'm trying to say is, don't try to predict what misfortune may falls upon you when you start executing your evaluation. You're climbing the ladder of the hierarchy here, because it cannot be predicted. This card is showing up that the danger during this week, guys, is to be worrying about something which haven't happened yet, while the true core, the core of the worries remains, or the core of the problem remains undiscovered. And the core of the problem is that you doesn't have, how can I place it, that it's not about confidence, but you think the less of you, okay? You don't think that you deserve a certain position in your job. You don't think that you deserve to be with a certain person in your social circle or in your romantic life. And just the the absence of self-belief here, the absence of self-confidence is depriving you from being successful and from being from being with the person you want to be with. Very important here to be said with these 4 cards is that those who have a creative work, in a sense of, for example, sculpturing, writing, painting, even healing as well, with unorthodox, so means, for example, Reiki, herbs, etc., etc., they will have a great success finding out a new creed to follow, or in other words, a new approach toward healing as well, or toward writing, toward painting, etc., etc. And we do have here the Tree of Wands, and the Tree of Wands is a guidance card. It does shows you guys that now, once you realize that you need to reposition yourself regarding your career and regarding your relationship, it is a realization of that exactly how you fit in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so the new position you're going to place yourself as an aim, as a goal, is going to be exactly the one that your soul needs. And because this card, it does shows a harmony in between what it is happening right now, it's going to be completely completely in tune with what you feel needs to happen. So the position you're going to refine and you're going to place for yourself as a next agenda on the list, or as a next goal that you need to obtain, it will be exactly the one that you need to stand at. So believe in the impossible, Pisces, because you may just find it that what kind of like separates you from what you think is impossible are those extreme measures, extreme actions as well, and extreme decisions that you need to take. The risk that you need to take, guys, and the courage that you need to have in order to banish people from your environment, in order to admit to yourself that actually you're thinking the less of you. In other words, to let the monster out, because this time around, Pisces, the monster that dwells deep down within your soul is exactly the one who can really deal with your issues, and it will do, guys. Don't be afraid to let it out. So that was the tarot reading for you, Pisces, for the upcoming week, April 2nd to April 8th, 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you liked it. And in case you're interested in a private reading with me, everything you need to know about it will be listed down there in the description of the video. That being said, Rad signing out now. See you next time. Bye.